Welcome back to Dabbling Dads with your host Kyle and Tyler, here to dabble into just about anything. You can find us everywhere using the hashtag dabblingdads. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoy.
What's up, man? It's a little different tonight.
Yeah, definitely looks a little different.
But I'm in my kitchen.
farther
This
away.
is week 8. We have Drew with us. If you want to introduce him, man.
Yeah. This is my brother-in-law, Drew. We are at Drew. Drew is my brother-in-law. Did I say that to begin with?
Yes,
I think I
you
did. I'm an idiot. Anyways, we're at his grandmother's lake house, which is about to no longer be his grandmother's lake house. So it's our last trip up here, and we wanted to record this. So here we are.
The last
We're
time
ready to
being
go,
in his
man.
house.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Drew's been watching
So-
the entire season also, so.
Yeah, well, it got wild tonight, but we'll do what we always do, I guess. And we'll start back at Sunday when Dr. Will actually showed up to the house. I didn't watch Dr. Will's season. I know we talked about it a little bit on the last one, but so he's there and he has Twist playing for prizes or power, which comes into play a little bit later. So, I mean, do you remember anything about Dr. Will?
I mean, I didn't. We looked it up tonight when I started watching. I think it was, what did we say, season 14?
Yeah, I think it was 14.
Yeah, it was the first season I watched, I believe, with Chase. And, yeah, he was before my time. I know that he played the whole season and was a doctor and didn't tell anyone he was a doctor until after the fact. But that's all I really know about the guy.
Yeah, I have no clue about him at all.
Yeah, so that led us to the first HOH competition. I knew who won because I checked it or whatever, but it was golf. I love golf. I bet it was more slanted than they made it look like to me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. They make it doable, but difficult. I think it's definitely doable, but probably harder than what it looks like to us, no doubt.
So, anyways, I wrote down everybody's score and what they did, but I really just want to get to the gameplay of tonight. But anyways, Danny, Tyler, they both won $5,000 from it, and then Cody obviously won the power. Emily even tonight was being like, I am so bored. It's like, and I'm trying to tell her, it's like, it's been chalk all season. Like, there's been a voting block. This is kind of how it's been going. Enzo's going to be that lone wolf that's going to change who the final 6 are going to be. But it's like the people
they all know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just saying, they all knew the formula to get to the end, and they all met first and got together first, so they made it the furthest. That's literally what happened. So yeah, it was sort of boring, but it got them to the end. It's about to get fun now. So
yeah, because now everybody
it did get fun. It got really fun tonight, really.
Yeah,
we were literally cheering over here.
We were cheering. We're gonna have to get there, man.
Yeah.
So Cody won HOH. Kevin crying because he knows he's going home. It's like, it's just your time, Kevin. I mean, that's just how it is. I thought it was interesting that Danny immediately went after Christmas right after Cody won. Christmas was so upset that she won. She was mad because she just lost the competition in general.
Yeah, she's been upset the entire time, though. Let's be honest. She's bitched about any and everything possible. So no surprise there.
Playing a good game, though, really. And Bubba, I know we keep bringing him up now that we can do what we're doing tonight. We're going to be able to have him on, too. But, I mean, he said Christmas was someone to watch out for. I think this also was when it kind of started getting showed on TV, just how what other people in the house thought of Danny.
Yep. She wasn't too happy either. And I'll say this, Tyler, while we just got to pause right here. Like, there is a delay in our audio, so I'm trying to sort of let you pause for a second. So if there's dead air, it's because I've noticed there is sort of a delay. So I'm trying not to talk over you, but if I do, I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, we got to see. Yeah, well, we got to see some of the true colors come out about obviously how pretty much all the house we saw the vote came down. So Yeah, I mean, she's the type of player you let her stick around much longer, and she can win the game. So,
Yeah, Emily said something
anyways,
tonight that Danny, and we might talk about this later, but Danny, she was like the youngest player ever, I think, to play. Her
the
dad,
first time she played, that's probably her dad played.
he won.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
What, like season 3, something like
I
that?
don't remember which season, but I remember Emily knew it, and she said that her dad won, and then she was the youngest person ever to play. So I thought that was interesting.
Well,
But something I thought was hilarious. At the end, whenever David was back on the block again, went into that Kevin Cody talk like they didn't like each other. It got personal. Everybody keeps calling Cody dumb. I don't think so. But David said he's going to draw the power from LeBron being down 3-1. That's what David said.
Embarrassing.
Crack me up, man.
Embarrassing. But yeah, so anyways, so it ended up being David, and so have we gotten to David was on the block, but he got put on the block with him and Nicole.
No, we're not
Memphis.
there
It was
yet,
quick
man.
turnaround.
We're not there, man.
I thought you're still talking about Kevin and David being on the block together.
Yeah, because we have to talk about the POV that was played.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so then he goes to the POV. It's like Nicole, Enzo, Tyler, Cody, David, and Kevin. And after that, they got selected. Christmas got all pissed. I never get to play in a POV. I haven't got to play in a POV. And in my head, I put a star here because, I like to think like I'm playing in the game. Is go tell them you will take them off the block and they will pick you every time if you want to play.
Yeah, idiot. Quit locking yourself in the room.
Yeah, I feel like Enzo's ready to make a backdoor or make a play on someone from that episode. But anyway, so they actually start playing the POV, and David takes the money.
Yeah, which I don't fault him. Like they're all mad at him, and maybe it's from their point of view they're mad, but like I think me and Drew both agreed, dude. If I know I'm going home, I'm taking $10,000.
He for sure knew he was going home at that point. He knew if he wasn't going home the first eviction, he was going home the second eviction, no matter what. So
he stood no chance.
Maybe he could have tried to save his game a little bit if he would have put it back, like hit it somewhere, maybe taking it like second round or third round. But I mean, it wasn't a dumb play. They might have looked at it that way, but he was going home no matter what.
Yeah,
but
both of them.
But did they know it was a double eviction when he took the $10K? I can't remember.
No, not
I
at
think
this
they
point
had
in time
a
in the
clue.
game. Not at this point in time in the game. He literally took the money and didn't even try to save his power. But I mean, his rationalization of it was fine. Supposedly, he's donating it somewhere. I think BLM maybe. I'm not sure.
I'd be donating it to my bank account personally.
You find out Kevin.
He got voted off first on the last season that he was on, and then he's on here now. He's made it this far. You might as well save the money, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was some, political, not necessarily political, but there were some good conversations that they showed. Like, I know it's kind of like when you're watching football, you don't want to hear certain things, and when you're watching Big Brother, maybe you don't either. But you find out that Kevin, has black as well, and they show that just conversation.
And Japanese. I never would have guessed that mix.
Nah, it is. You cannot tell that at all. That is crazy.
It's like I don't mean to.
Mason looks more Asian than him.
Yeah, he doesn't look Asian. He looks Central American.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Mixed with like a Spaniard or something. Like
but I mean, Davon didn't even realize that he was of the same race.
He almost looks Puerto Rican, really, is what I would think. Like
a tall, skinny one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, Christmas starts picking up on this whole Danny thing, and Nicole plays a pretty good game. I was surprised she didn't win some of the things tonight, and I know we're going to get there. But it's like Nicole immediately goes to Christmas like, Danny, I don't want to do what Danny's doing anymore. Danny is ruining my game. But she just always, I feel like, is in that position right now. She plays that like, I'm so
sorry she put herself there a lot. I feel like she definitely put herself there a lot. I think she put herself in
Well,
that
it's
position.
proven to work for her. The first time she played, I can't remember. I think she went home with like maybe 7 people left, something like that. I wish I knew correctly, but the second time she obviously won the show, so she's putting herself there not by accident. I
You
don't
think she works better in that position? Just
Yeah,
in the
well, she
pressing
just plays
position?
it. She played it perfect when she sat down in there and talked to. I hate to jump forward, but when she talks
Yeah.
to Tyler later on, it's obvious. We'll get there, but y'all know the conversation I'm talking about. Like, very believable. I don't know if she's
Yeah.
telling the truth or not, but I believed it.
Yeah, yeah, she's definitely
So,
a good talker.
anyways.
She definitely has a good social
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I agree.
I don't know how y'all fared on OTEV answering the questions. I knew some of them. I'm not going to go through every one of them.
I didn't even try, to be honest with you.
Nah, not really.
I mean, because
I
you have
enjoyed
to
it.
remember.
It's one of my favorite OTEVs I've ever seen. Yeah,
What was crazy is they didn't even really play it up, but Nicole was going to win, or she was going to be one of the first ones up the ramp, and she literally
and she
could
couldn't
not
get
get
up
up
the
the
hill.
ramp.
Get up the ramp.
I was talking to Erica. Erica has no upper body strength either. I don't think she could have got up it either. I don't know why she didn't lay down flat. Why did she not lay down flat and just army crawl?
That's what I
That
was
slick.
thinking.
She could have pulled her body up there
She
easily.
kept busting herself in the face.
Well, she's trying to walk her feet.
Yeah, she was just literally just running in place. It looked like a cartoon watching her run in place over and over again. It was so fun. It was funny to watch. It made for a good show at least.
Yeah,
It was cool.
She ate it tonight. I don't know if y'all saw that or not either.
Yeah, we did. Face first.
Anyways,
And then was out
But
of
you came through
competition,
in
first
the
one.
clutch, by the way. We weren't going to be able to watch it, and it worked perfectly on my Switch, Nintendo Switch. If you don't own one of those, guys, should. And I'm sorry, Tyler. I don't mean to bring that up. I know that's probably still a sore subject in your heart, but
they're not waterproof, and we'll move on.
Back to Big Brother.
He says they're not waterproof.
Anyways, where are we?
Oh man, I
What
feel
night,
like I've
what
done
night are we on?
fly down
What night are we
here,
on,
dude.
Tyler?
I don't know, man. We're on the POV wasn't
Danny
used,
and Nicole.
so we came back to Thursday. We're now at Thursday, man. I like where we're at. It's basically 3 weeks in one. It's triple eviction night. I wonder. I don't mean to raise something now, but I wonder if it was a mistake when she showed the TV when they first came back, because when she was in the interview, go ahead.
Yeah, a producer probably lost their job tonight, no doubt. Like, they probably were supposed to change that. I don't think they were supposed to.
Because they were all sitting there staring at that TV like, oh.
Because
It made for. I liked that it happened like that.
They might have done it on purpose, which it wasn't a bad play, really.
I don't mean to cut you off, Tyler. The delay is killing me, man. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. It's just something we're going to have to adjust to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if there's one in between us two or not, since I'm on the primary computer. But it doesn't matter, man. So anyway, so it ends up being a triple eviction. But yeah, going back to, because she later in one of the interviews, I think with David, she was like, I haven't told them yet. She was confused how he already knew, and he was obviously sitting there when they made that mistake. But people who needed to win started winning things. Is how I saw it tonight. So, where are we at? So then,
as far as for the main,
they get rid of Kevin.
Yep. Kevin went home. I think that was obvious. We called that, I believe. Right?
Yeah, we did. We knew Kevin was going to be gone, and then we said it would be Danny or David, and we kind of, because I wrote even on that Twitter poll maybe 2 weeks ago that it was going to go in that order. That's why they had to do a double eviction or whatever. And I knew Danny would be replaced with Enzo, just unless Danny or Nicole, maybe only Danny herself, had to win a HOH. When Tyler saw the split vote, whenever it ended up, and I'm skipping ahead, but when Tyler saw that split vote, he got a different look in his eye, and he pretty much was like, okay, it's time for me to win, and he did, and we'll get there. So the first one. So go ahead.
So I think the second episode. Let's. I think you should tell who wins HOH, who wins Power Veto, who goes home, and then let's just talk about it because it happened quick.
Dude, it was a whirlwind tonight watching it on TV, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think you should just go through the whole thing that happened, and then we'll just talk about it.
All right, perfect. So during the Kevin interview, and during the interviews when I write down what I think's going on in the game, because you get more insight when they are reacting to the questions and finding out stuff. And Kevin had a good peg of the game. He just could never win any power. And what happened is that power block, who had some people who could win some comps when they needed to win comps, they got rid of Janelle and Kaiser, who knew how to really play the game and find the cracks and build things and work. They got rid of them, and all that was left were people who couldn't win comps, and they weren't in the big group, and they just started mowing them down.
Yep. 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 That's exactly what happened. Dead on. So, anyways, first.
It's about to get
So, anyways, first HOH winner.
First HOH was true false, flippy floppy around. Memphis wins.
All right.
Memphis.
He immediately puts up David and Nicole.
Yes.
Yep.
Christmas won the POV.
Yep. Left the nominations the same.
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny that you can see how everybody feels in the game because they're the first ones to run in the room and try to make them promises that I have your back. Even though if I would have won, I would be putting you up right now. Like, why do they do that? It drives me crazy.
I don't know. But anyways, so it actually ended up being a 3-2 vote. And let's sort of go back to Memphis putting these two.
No,
I mean, we can
David,
say
it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was. Go ahead.
It was a 3-2 vote. But anyways, it went back to when Memphis put them up. What is it he said about Nicole? He said, "Hey, we all knew this was coming, so the nominations are David and Nicole." Or something of that sort. I wish I remembered exactly what he said.
That's pretty much all that he said.
Which made me feel like, all right, this is the first shot. Here it comes. So, but that's the correct shot. When she went up there, what was the first thing I said? All right, now is the time. Like, you've got a complete GOAT, one of the worst players ever sitting next to it. In my opinion, if she gets much further in this game, she got to go down as one of the best ever to play. But it was their chance. Why did they not shoot? I don't know. It was 3-2. David went home. We'll go ahead and just say that. But Memphis wanted to send him home since week 2. So as soon as Memphis won, I also said, David's going to be up there 100%. So
we were definitely cheering when we saw they were voting for Nicole. That was going to be a good backdoor pick for a good episode.
Yes, and I thought what was crazy was it looked to me like they were doing a lot of talking in the hallway.
We'll get to see that. We'll get to see that on Sunday Sunday.
Monday. They got moved to Monday night.
Oh, that's right. Monday night. We'll see that Monday night.
There was a lot of talking going on in the hallway because Tyler and Christmas definitely said something in the hallway, and then Tyler and Enzo said something in the hallway. But Tyler kept saying after he won the HOH that he thought Memphis was feeling the other way, which is not true because Memphis obviously said, "I've been waiting since week 2 to get rid of him."
Are we already to Tyler HOH?
Not yet.
Okay.
So those 2 votes, once again, and then Danny called it out in a minute, but those 2 votes, like I told you last Dabble, or just Dabbling, that Christmas and Tyler, they're not showing their real conversations, but they are sharing notes and they're on the same page through and through. It's probably Christmas doing that because Christmas is like a gatherer. So she's a good partner to have. And I think Tyler wanted to keep David because he just knows that he can beat David. Other than that, man, and then they evicted all that, and then it went back to the next HOH, which was remembering the OTEV things.
Yep.
And the winner of that was Tyler.
Which we were excited about. I don't know if y'all were. But
we were saying, come on, Tyler, because I felt like after
him or Cody won is who I wanted up there for sure.
Yes, and I think, like I said, when Tyler saw that 3-2 vote, he was like,
must-win situation.
And he did, and then he spanks him in the POV right after.
Yep. He had a really good night. He puts up Danny and Nicole pretty much immediately. Wins the POV, like you just said. They pretty much told him, "Hey, we know you're not using this." He said, "You're right. I'm not." Didn't use it. It went pretty much straight. Yeah, went straight into the eviction, and trying to remember how it played out because Nicole went first, right?
Nicole went
Yeah.
first, but I wrote down POV decision. You can tell Danny is just pissed off and taking it personal, being a bitch. And her brain, you could see her brain was spinning, pretty much as soon as Tyler got control of the house, because it was pretty much a wrap from there. So then it was 4-0 unanimous votes, and she's all upset because she thought Cody would never vote against her. She reveals the core four: Enzo, Cody, Nicole, and Danny. We know the wise guys also include Cody and Enzo.
Well, she mainly blows up Tyler and Christmas more than anyone.
Yeah, and I was about to say Christmas and Tyler aren't necessarily in that, but Christmas is kind of connected to Memphis and Tyler, which are the people who aren't included in those four. So, I mean, Christmas has positioned herself, in my opinion, to be a dangerous person if she wins the right comp, or she'll be the next one gone.
Yeah, I mean, I know of a couple votes she's not getting, but yeah, she could get there.
When it was Nicole and David, looking back on it, if they would have just went ahead and got rid of Nicole and then got rid of Danny afterwards, like you even said on the last Just Dabble, you were like, someone's going to get put up there, it's a big player, and then they're just going to go home. I thought that was it. I kept telling him that. I was like, that
would have been crazy if I would have nailed that on the head. I was pretty close. I thought I did. We were cheering when Nicole got 2 votes in a row. I was like, it's happening. It's happening. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. It was pretty close, though. It was pretty close. I watched a lot of it. I knew that second one, someone big was going to be sitting there for sure. And I got to send her home personally. Like, she's already won. Why are we going to give her another chance to continue to play? So, and it's her 3rd time.
You got that right, 3rd time. It's going to be on Monday night the rest of the season, but I figured we would.
I'm just showing our sponsor real quick, man. Pleasant View Resort and Marina.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, Drew's got to go pee.
It's fine, man. So what I was gonna do is, and Drew can just join in when he gets back. Of the 5 people who can compete, which is Memphis, Christmas, Cody. I feel like maybe I'm forgetting someone. Enzo and Nicole. So Nicole, Enzo, Memphis, Christmas, and Cody. Of those 5, because they're the only ones that can compete for HOH, I want you to just, and I'll say mine too, of who you just think they would put up on the block. So we'll go
for each person.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Starting with who?
Let's start with if Cody wins the HOH. And remember, Cody, Enzo, Memphis, Christmas, Nicole, and Tyler, who is left. But Tyler can't play in the HOH.
I'm trying to remember. So Cody's final 2 is with Nicole or Enzo?
Tonight she kept saying Nicole, but I mean, it's all intertwined, man.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. I really don't know. This is hard. So I'm gonna say we're talking Cody right now.
Cody.
I'm gonna say he would put up Nicole and Memphis.
Nicole and Memphis. I think that if Cody goes up, his target is going to be Christmas because him and Enzo now want to bring Memphis even closer because he had 4. Because I think Cody and them think they got Tyler and Christmas going against what was Nicole and Danny. So they're trying to. So I think he's trying to play.
So what are your 2? Say your 2 again.
Christmas, I just think is going to be his target. So it could be Christmas. Okay. It could be Christmas Nicole or Christmas. I just think Tyler. Christmas is going to be his. It could be Christmas Tyler, but I don't see him putting Tyler up.
Tyler would be a pawn, if anything, if he went up there in that position.
Yeah. I just think Cody's real target is Christmas right now. All right, dude. Yeah. What about Enzo? Dude,
probably hard. Christmas and Nicole. Christmas and Nicole would be my best guess.
All right, dude. I think that he would go for Nicole and Christmas too. I think Nicole's in big trouble.
Yeah. Her 8 of her 9 lives were spent tonight, I believe.
I think you're right. So
Each
Memphis,
time on the block was 4 lives.
Memphis, who do you think?
Nicole and did I had to say Nicole and Christmas again? But that's just what I feel, dude.
I know. I just feel like it's gonna come down to those two, but you're not gonna know who you need to vote for. Or it could be some kind of. I feel like you have to. You can't even backdoor anybody really anymore.
The only time I feel that Christmas is not going to be on the block is Tyler. Tyler can't win it though, right?
And Tyler can't win it, so I feel like.
So Christmas is going to be on the block.
That's what I think too. Christmas or Nicole, both of them might be on the block. One of them might be on the block. But this is where this game is about to just become a brand new game.
Yep.
Because, I mean, it's been chalk all the way through. Now everybody gets to compete for the POV. Everybody gets to play in the HOH, but the person who just won the HOH. So we were just going through who we thought they were going to put up. Who do you think are the two most in trouble people?
Coming up,
I had to think for a minute myself, dude. So
Who's
how we
in the
did
most
is
trouble?
we started with Cody and just who do you think he would put up? Who do you think he would put up? But we've sort of started saying the same names over and over.
I kind of think like maybe probably Christmas and Nicole, really. I mean, honestly, because I think all the guys want a Final Four guys, and they'll just be the ones that get picked off.
Yeah, that's sort of what me and Tyler have said also. So, yeah, I hate to sound like I'm like that. I don't feel like that would be my gameplay, but I feel like that's what's bound to happen.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like that's what.
And the feminist will come out of the woodworks on Twitter for sure.
You're probably right about that, man. But I just feel like Tyler is about to go on a comp tear.
I can see him winning the game, man. I told you after this week I might be able to tell you who can win the game, dude. He's got a good possibility of winning the game. He really does, man. He'd have a decent resume.
He's been
Enzo has got to win. You know, Enzo is my first pick. He's got to start winning some shit right now. But Tyler is building it for sure.
Yeah, and I remember last time I said, ever since Jury started, he has told everyone, I'm in a 6-person alliance. This is how the game has been being played. Like, he came in second last time. He's a dangerous man.
Yep.
I'm still a believer in my
He lost to what's her name? She was like a pro flag football player.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know. I can visualize.
What's her name, man? But I can't. She would pull her hair real tight and slick back. Look it up, Drew. What season would that be? Who beat Tyler on Big Brother?
But so Tyler,
Casey
Clark.
Yeah. Couldn't remember it, man. I kept wanting to call her Jordan for some reason. Who you got in there? You got your visitor in the kitchen with you?
No, I was just checking out my mullet.
Oh, I hear you.
But somebody's gonna win. Christmas can always win, and then I think it's Nicole. Excuse me, so he'll probably be going home. But I think Tyler's about to go on an absolute tear. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I still am a believer in my self-made trio of the 3 Musketeers of Tyler, Enzo, and Cody.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see that or not.
That's exactly who I envisioned. Yeah, she won. She was in trouble at the beginning of that season too, and then she somehow kept on going.
Off very well.
She had an incredible social game, and was a pretty good comp beast. So.
She was definitely a comp beast.
But yeah, so going into Monday, I don't know. We didn't see him start a head of household tonight, did we? I don't think so. Have you looked at live feeds at all? Anything on live feeds?
Nothing's been up, man. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think we know Nicole and Christmas are in trouble. You still like him. Enzo's in a good spot, but you're right, he has to win some stuff. But it's just appearing that Tyler is about to take over the game.
Yep.
They
I
might get
agree
rid
with
of
you
him this
there.
week, though. They might get rid of him this week, though.
He's in the position to. So we'll see. This would be the week to get rid of him. He's got to do his best to not get put up there to begin with, but also try and win. And hopefully get to compete and win the POV if he gets to. So, anyways, dude.
That's just dabbling. New style.
Next
Kyle was
time
going.
on Big Brother.
Julie Chin Mendez, as we said last time.
Munez, or I don't know what to say
Moonves.
now.
But yeah, we'll see everybody later. Just dabbling. Peace. Thanks, Drew.
Bye.
Bye. I mean, that's where I'm going to cut the video off.
Perfect.
I'm hoping that the audio is good because I forgot to hit the record button on that till later.
The record button on what?
The recorder.
Oh,
But
great.
this does this. I'm doing audio all through the computer, man.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to end this meeting.
All right, dude.
That was fun. It
See,
worked.
man.
Bye.
Goodbye.